Howdy y'all, Aldrich here. Welcome back to another episode of Expedition 33. I'm not gonna do too much talking in this intro. I just wanna say thank y'all. I love y'all so much. Thank you for the support, all the love. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a post. I love y'all. Y'all are the best audience ever. And without further ado, let's do it.
Looks like we passed the danger zone.
And no sign of your special Nevron.
Oh, I guess we're lucky.
Interesting. Interesting.
Expedition 57, Carla. These siege engines seemed much more powerful in Lumiere. But on this battlefield, next to all these broken bodies, staring at the true size of the monolith, I feel despair. I dare not show my true feelings. As commander, I cannot yield to fear, but I can't help but wonder, is pressing forward the correct course of action? Our lives are forfeit anyway, but is there perhaps a better way to spend such precious coin?
Io solo faccio tu la fosof nabe tu le oui là, Fosselito.
You holding up? We're almost there.
Holding up. Everywhere we go, just death. Death and more death. Everywhere we go, just death. I don't want to see that anymore.
Look, my
I
Alice.
thought you would understand. You said you spent your immortality burying the people around you. Doesn't any of this bother you? And you. Gustav's dead. How can you keep going like nothing happened?
We need to continue.
Why do
Mael, you know what we must do. When one falls, come on.
We are battling for the fate we feel.
Ready?
It's locked on you.
guess Nevron wasn't that strong, but you did well. You learned fast.
All this is what we're fighting for.
Is this the place?
Yeah. We can bury your friend under this tree, if that's okay with you.
Could you? I wish we could.
Rest easy, Gustav.
I'll finish what you started. The Paintress, Renoir, they will pay.
No more, darling. Just open skies.
I'll save them, Gustav. Emma, your apprentices, everyone.
You can leave it to us. You were always there for me.
I'll save them.
Say hi to Soph for me, yeah?
We could never tell if you were my brother or my father. But to me, you were both. Best brother and father I've ever had.
When one falls, we continue.
Thanks for being my family. See you in the next life.
For about 2 hours. Then there's a big lake. We shouldn't go there at all. We should make a right, and then it's gonna take a few hours, and then we make a stop. We get some rest and some food, and then from there, we head north to Monoko Station.
Why there?
To recruit my oldest friend. We'll need the extra firepower, because our next goal will be to take down the Paintress heart.
Her heart?
Yes. You can't just stroll up to the Paintress. The chroma there is far too dense. It erases anyone who gets close. But if we destroy her heart, the barrier will fall.
Okay. So where is this heart? What does it look like?
What it looks like, that I don't know. But I do know that it's somewhere in the center of old Lumiere.
You found old Lumiere?
Yes.
So it's true. Before the fracture, our Lumiere was part of a larger city on the continent.
I've traveled with many expeditions. I was with the 58th when we found old Lumiere. The Grimoire erased them before we could get further. And I don't know much more.
Alright then. Let's go meet your friend at Monoko Station. And then, we'll take the Paintress's heart.
Jede! Ni sopmo mi bumbo tiro la che. Mibbo! Awa amina nina che so? Te so chi mo banno fommi? Fosse rito cullo Bahama. Awa amina nina che so? Chi potu la kima sarobeno? Mi dagoro rito tesso kima banno. Ni sopmo mi bumbo tiro la che. Mi dagoro rito tesso kima banno. Bibbo ture ko wa milla. Mi dagoro rito tesso kima banno.
okay?
Hey. It's fine. I miss him too.
It's hard.
The pain we feel every time we lose someone. I've tried many ways of dealing with it. Running from it, sitting with it, compartmentalizing it. But what I needed was to use it. To use everything.
What do you mean?
I feel everything. And I let it burn inside me when I'm tired, when I feel hopeless, when I want to just let it all go. I use the pain. I use the fear, the shame, the guilt, the anger. I use it all to keep going, to make sure I continue.
Moaning.
I can almost feel them beside me. Everyone we've lost, walking with me, especially when I use chroma. I feel their presence, their closeness, and they help me.
You feel Gustav?
Yeah, I do.
I'd like to feel him with me too.
You have an affinity for chroma too. Try it.
How do you always know what to do?
I don't. Want to know a secret? I have no idea what I'm doing. And I don't think anyone else does either.
Really?
Don't tell anyone else I said that.
What are you working on?
Contingency plans. If we fail, Expedition 32 will need every bit of information we have.
Right, but how are you going to get it to them?
I asked the Gestrals for help.
Smart.
What are the stars whispering to you?
Actually, I'm the one whispering to them.
Oh?
It's something my dad and I used to do. When I was scared, or anxious, or even when I was happy, he'd say, share it with the stars. When it's hard to talk about things, the stars will understand.
I like that.
I talked to the stars a lot after he was gone.
I remember the night we first met at the Crooked Tower.
Right. After the gommage.
I was surprised to find you there. I thought I was the only one who knew about that room.
I had to get away from the harbour. And those damn petals everywhere. So I climbed up.
It wasn't logical, but part of me really believed my parents and their expedition had succeeded. That they'd stopped her. Then the Paintress woke. And I knew they weren't coming home.
You know, it meant a lot to me. The comfort we shared that day. But you avoided me after. Why?
It wasn't personal. I cut a lot of people out of my life.
Okay, not personal.
That day, I knew my parents had failed. They were counting on me to finish their work. I couldn't afford distractions.
Friends are not distractions.
I know that now.
Wow. We're in the middle of nowhere with 1 year left to live. What better time to build friendships?
I could use some wine, though.
Making friends is thirsty work.
Thanks. It really was a beautiful place.
Glad you liked it. We've buried friends there too. You were right about condolences. We offered them because we don't know what else to say, but there's no comfort there.
No.
All we can do is carry them with us.
I guess. Sorry. It's just we're
Drowning in our own sadness. Hey, why did you join the expedition? I mean, with the Gamage, I understand the rest of the team's decision, but you're half their age.
out here seemed better than in there at the time.
It's natural. Wanting to escape a life you don't want.
Escape. Yeah. That's what I wanted. But Gustav and the others, they really want to change things.
Well, changing a life also counts. Can't always shoulder the world's problems, you know? It'll drain you fast.
Gustav would probably say, if more of us cared, then it would lighten the load for everyone.
He sounds like a good guy.
Wait. I kept Gustav's, so you can have mine. You'll need one if you want to be an official member of our merry crew.
I gotta say, I didn't take you for an official kind of person.
Welcome to the disaster expedition.
Thank you.
How far to Minoko Station?
With SGA? Oh, should be quick.
Ready to evade.
Mais attention.
The storm is coming.
Fast.
Brace yourself. Ready to evade. Lightning stop! Careful, Verso.
Station is to the north, not far from here.
Here's your card.
Follow the tracks. They'll lead us to Monaco.
A train. Gustave would have liked to see that.
Is it true before the fracture, Lumiere had trains running throughout the continent?
Always running late, but running. Yes. Here we are. Monaco Station.
Is that a Grandis? I knew it! They're real too!
If Minoko's not here, that means... slow as ever. Obvious.
Your reflexes remain sharp as ever. I approve. Obscur, did Verso pull you into another adventure? New friends.
You speak our language.
We had a lot of time to kill, so I taught him.
Ladies, could I interest you in a duel?
Definitely a gestural.
No point trying to talk until we've calmed Minoko down with a relaxing fight. Be careful though. Minoko's fighting style is a bit peculiar.
Take cover!
Try me. He can turn into a neck. Take cover! A storm is coming. You have smiles today.
This will happen.
It's locked on you. Brace yourself. I'm ready.
Well, well.
Watch out.
Overflowing with energy.
No distraction, son. I'm really busy beating up strangers.
Noko, what are you doing here?
Noko, you said Nevron?
Oh. A stalact. Friends of Verso, as honored guests, the first fight is yours. Defeat the Stalact with your fearsome talents.
Right. You're serious?
Yes, he is. You little coward. Not impressed.
Verso, why aren't you using gradient attacks?
I don't need pointers from the one sitting on his lazy ass.
You didn't teach them, did you, you lazy old fart? Very well. I shall generously impart my wisdom. You found worthy friends, Verso.
Jealous?
What are you doing?
Just need the foot. Aha!
He transforms by collecting Nevron feet. Don't ask me how it works. I've never understood.
Now that we've had some good battles to warm the spirits, to what do we owe the pleasure of your company?
We're heading for old Lumiere.
Okay, bye.
Hey, come on. Hey. Hey, look. I know we failed before, but look, you doofus. Don't you recognize her?
Of course I do.
Then you know what that means. This is our shot. It might be our only shot.
This is your only shot. Out of the question. I will never join you again.
There will be a lot of fighting, though.
Oh yeah, that's true.
Yeah, it's true.
There will be a lot of fighting.
Exactly.
Count me in then.
Good.
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 Yes, good.
Noko's coming too.
Oh, you are?
Mamma mi canto, dormir. C'est bon de demain, trésorier. Merci, meilleur. Mercanteur du monde.
As a responsible parent, this is a superb idea. Let us go to old Lumiere.
Grande suca, menino. Nella staraxtor godão. Choro parlante, né, não me lembro dos estrados, Choro do ordular. Ela chegou em Norse.
Good stuff.
Expedition 65, Aurelian. The Grandes have embraced us with such warmth and hope. What a balm for the soul to know that other beings survived. That we in Lumiere are not alone. It truly is a miracle. The Grandes retreated to higher ground after Neverons overran their lands. It is bittersweet, but at least the most important parts of their civilization will survive. Their children. Fortunately for them, they do not appear affected by the Gomage the way we are. It is painful knowing our expedition has failed, but at least we can enjoy our final days among friends.
I'll do it. I'm ready. Lightning dart!
Let's carve a path. You see, there was a stalactite and I smashed it, utterly destroyed it. I did it in 2 attacks, plenty of damage. There was nothing left. Then there was a giant Pellerin that attacked. It was tough, but I defeated it, no problem.
Pellerins are weak. I could have done that blindfolded.
This expedition is gloomy.
Yeah. They lost a lot of friends, and they just buried another. Grieving takes time.
How about a little verso magic to lighten the mood?
You mean the one that hurts like hell?
Yes, I mean the one that hurts like hell.
All right, I'll do it. Hi.
Not now, please. I'm working.
Hi.
Oh, Verso, there you are. How did... Oh! What? Oh my... wow!
What is that?
Hi. I'm a pair of legs that can talk.
Verso?
We're both Verso.
You are so ridiculous.
Wait, how can your legs talk?
Ah, yes, I'm quite proud of that. Took a lot of training.
Does it? Does it hurt?
No, it doesn't.
Did you cut yourself in half? Did Monoko cut you in half?
Do you heal from the top or the bottom? Or do you have to bring the halves together? Hey, can you control the process?
So, if you're cut in half, does that mean you can be in 2 places at once? Can you go scouting with Monoko with your lower body, while your upper body stays here and talks to us?
Well, yeah, you see, I can go hunt Nevrogs with my top half, while my bottom remains here cooking meals. Back in the days, that's what we used to do.
Can I... Are you...
Yeah, my hair is...
All that pain just to put a smile on their faces. Verso, aren't you getting too attached?
What present? Oh, I got your note about... But I didn't see a present. What was it?
Super cool.
Silly Batat. Thanks. How's my favorite patat? Oh, I'm still your favorite, am I? Because you've taken a real shine to my L. Fair enough. So tell me, patat to not a patat. Why are you tagging along? Really? I don't believe you. Don't tell Monoko I said this, but you were and still are the greatest searcher of all time. And you know there are more lost Gestrels out there. Why be a merchant? Why go to old Lumiere? Mare? No. True. All right. Minoko's all grown up now, and it's your turn to be the patat. So eloquent.
Is Golgra still mad at me?
What do you think?
Well, Golgra helped Noko start his merchant shop.
Yeah, but defying Golgra wasn't Noko's idea, was it?
Noko would have done the same for me.
Noko would have got Golgra on his side first.
Bah! It's been 10 years. Golgra needs to get over it. I see you got stronger.
Well, I didn't spend the last few years hiding in the mountains.
The mountain where a Pellerin cut you in half and you cried for my help?
Yeah, the mountain where a Stalag stomped you and I had to evacuate you.
You want to fight?
Well, unlike Gestrels, I need sleep, so I'll pass.
Coward.
Ooh, I'll admit, I'm afraid of you.
Good. At least you have become wiser.
I've missed our little excursions. Yeah, you do too, I know.
Remember our first battle against the duelist?
Sure do. We got our asses kicked pretty hard.
And this one time we tried to swim to the Red Tree Island and you got eaten by that snake.
Oh yeah, it turns out living inside a snake's belly is possible when you're mortal. Carving my way out was a nightmare though. Remember that time when you challenged Esquier to a duel?
Well, someone conveniently forgot to mention that Esquier is the most powerful creature in the world. Good times. Oh, and remember when...
Good times indeed.
Can you teach me to fight better?
Better?
That white-haired bastard hit us before we even knew he was there. I want to return the favor. And you're the best fighter I know.
High praise.
You know they'll be back. I want to get them before they can get us.
Emotions are powerful. You have to make sure they work with you, not against you.
I know.
Okay. First lesson sounds obvious, but you need to see. Really see. Your eyes will tell you the truth, but your brain can lie.
What do you mean?
Emotion can mess with your perceptions. Make you miss important details on the field. Fixate on the wrong thing, or see what you want to see.
Okay.
You need to see things as they are, not how you think they are. See your target so you can understand your target. How they move, how they think, how they react, so you can anticipate and adjust. On the field, it's just you, your weapon, and your enemy. And you need to understand all three. Everyone has blind spots, so every day you ask yourself, what's yours? What's theirs? Do you know?
Thought this would be more of a technique lesson.
Okay. Momo is Momo, and Nono is Nono. Then we've got Lulu, Mai Mai, and Sissy.
I don't think they'll like that.
You sure you don't want to be Ver?
Positive.
She reminds me of someone.
You mean Ciel?
No, Mael. Have I met her before?
Well, you also thought you knew Ciel.
Oh, but I do. Wait, don't I?
You're the one who says all humans seem the same to you.
Oh well, that's because you're all cousins. Same, but different.
Right, so, maybe it's that.
Yes. Just like Verso is Verso's cousin. Mael is Mael's cousin. Yes, that's it. You're so very wise.
Yep. Verso the Wise.
Oh, great name. Oh, can I be Eskia the Great? No, wait. How about Eskia the Brave? Oh, no. Eskia the Great is better.
You're just a big ball of nonsense sometimes, aren't you?
That's why we're best friends.
All right, y'all. I'm going to end this episode right here. Thank y'all so much for all the love and support. I'm having a lot of fun playing this game. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, and turn on that notification bell so you never miss a post. I'm going to get started working on the next one. And I love y'all. Y'all are the best audience ever. And I will see y'all in a sec.